If your dad is 5'5" and your mom is 5'2", the world tells you that your height is already locked in. You have probably been told to accept your fate, look at your family tree, and settle for whatever biology handed you. But what if I told you that genetic fatalism is a biological lie? What if your parents' height is not your ceiling, but merely your baseline? Today, we are going to look at the actual science of epigenetic triggers, microfracture remodeling, and localized mechanical loading. We are going to see how optimized IGF-1 signaling pathways can physically push your skeletal development way beyond your parental averages. Think it is impossible? Take former NBA player Jeremy Lin. Both of his biological parents stand at exactly 5'6". Based on standard pediatric height calculators, Jeremy should have maxed out at 5'8". Instead, he is 6'3". How does a human being grow 7 inches taller than their genetic destiny? Today, we bypass the fatalism. We are giving you the research, the biological blueprints, and the real hope to maximize your vertical potential. Before we talk about your specific biology, let's look at the macro scale. Science dictates that genetics determine about 60 to 80% of your height, but that remaining 20 to 40%? That is entirely up to your environment. And in terms of height, 20% can mean a difference of up to 4 to 6 inches. Take the Netherlands. In the mid-1800s, the Dutch were among the shortest people in Europe. Fast forward to today, and they are the tallest people on the planet. Did their DNA suddenly mutate? No. Or look at South Korea. Over the last 100 years, South Korean women have grown an average of 8 inches taller, and men have grown 6 inches taller. This is due to a phenomenon called epigenetics. Your DNA is like a giant library of books, but your lifestyle is the librarian that decides which books actually get read. If your parents grew up with chronic stress, suboptimal sleep, or lack specific amino acids, their tall genes were epigenetically silenced. They passed that blueprint to you. But by changing the environmental variables, you can flip the switch that your parents could not. So, how do we trigger these epigenetic switches? It starts with a hormone called insulin, like growth factor 1, or GF1, during puberty and early adulthood. Your pituitary gland releases human growth hormone, but growth hormone does not actually make your bones grow directly. It travels to your liver, which then produces IGF-1. This is the holy grail. It travels through your bloodstream directly to your growth plates and tells the cells to multiply, which lengthens the bone. If you live a modern, sedentary lifestyle, your IGF-1 production is heavily suppressed. To push past your genetic baseline, you have to force an IGF-1 spike. Research shows 3 scientifically proven ways to do this. First is deep sleep optimization. Up to 75% of your daily growth hormone is released during deep delta wave sleep. We are not just talking about being in bed for 8 hours. We are talking about pitch black rooms, cool temperatures, and zero blue light before bed to maximize the actual depth of your sleep. Second is specific amino acids. Studies show that a high intake of complete proteins, specifically the amino acids arginine, ornithine, and glutamine, directly correlates with increased IGF-1 levels. Third is insulin management. Every time you eat sugar, your insulin spikes. High insulin drastically blunts your growth hormone release. Keeping your blood sugar stable gives your growth hormones a clear runway to operate. But hormones are only half the battle. You have to give the bone a physical reason to grow. In the 19th century, an anatomist named Julius Wolff discovered what is now known as Wolff's law. It states that human bone adapts directly to the physical stress placed upon it. If you sit in a chair all day, your bones receive no stress, and your body conserves energy by halting unnecessary skeletal development. But if you apply localized mechanical loading, you force a biological adaptation. When you engage in high-impact, explosive movements like sprinting, jump roping, or playing basketball, you create microscopic damage to the bone tissue. When your body repairs these microfractures, it does not just patch them up, it overcompensates. It brings in calcium, phosphorus, and collagen, making the bone denser. And if your growth plates are still open, it stimulates the cells to multiply faster, directly leading to an increase in bone length. Now, let me be very clear about bone safety. Beware of internet scams telling you to hit your shins with weights to break them. That is highly dangerous and creates scar tissue, not length. True mechanical loading is about athletic impact. It tells your nervous system that your body is under intense physical demand, and you need a longer, stronger lever to survive. But what if your growth plates are already closed? I hear some of you asking if you are completely stuck. The answer is no. Even if your long bones have stopped growing, you have a massive reservoir of untapped height in your spine. Your spine makes up about 35% of your total height, and it consists of 23 intervertebral discs. Due to gravity, weak core muscles, and constantly looking down at our phones, these discs become highly compressed. By utilizing spinal decompression techniques, such as daily dead hangs, targeted core strengthening, and posterior chain development, you can rehydrate these discs and correct microcurvatures in your spine. Medical studies show that individuals can unlock anywhere from 1 to 2.5 inches of hidden height simply by optimizing their spinal column and postural biomechanics. If your parents were 5'5", and your genetic baseline said you would be 5'7", optimizing your spine alone could push you to nearly 5'10". Let's summarize the blueprint to outgrowing your genetics. Feed your body high-quality protein and avoid insulin spikes to maximize IGF-1. Do explosive sprints and plyometrics to trigger Wolff's law and microfracture remodeling. Prioritize deep, uninterrupted sleep to flood your body with growth hormone. And do daily dead hangs and postural work to unlock the hidden inches in your torso. Do not let anyone tell you that your genetic hand is entirely dealt. Your DNA provides the blueprint, but you are the architect. There is real, biological hope for you to reach your vertical potential. It requires intense discipline, perfect nutrition, and a complete refusal to accept genetic fatalism. If Jeremy Lin can outgrow his parents by 7 inches, and entire nations can grow half a foot in a few generations, you can absolutely maximize the body you were given. If you want a deeper dive into the exact diet plan and workout routine to trigger these height mechanics, hit the subscribe button, leave a like, and let me know your current height and your goal height in the comments below. Remember, genetics is the starting line, the finish line. Get to work, and I will see you in the next video.